All right, let's go. We begin with the economy. Our over-reliance on petroleum means any imbalance in the sector will have ripple effect on every aspect of the economy. The prolonged shortage of petrol is taking a severe toll on the economy and already disrupting operations in many sectors. A fallout of this is high transportation fares. Others include rising costs of production and prices of goods in most cities like Lagos and Abuja. This situation needs to be salvaged and fast. Don't you think so?
Yes, because our people are going through a lot. I know that the efforts are being made to bring in 1.5 million liters of methanol-free PMS.
At least for once.
Yes, but we all know that due to logistic issues, even if we begin to see some easing of the problem in Lagos, it will take a while before the entire country begins to heave a sigh of relief. Because it's just going to take a while. We still truck petroleum products across our country. We have since stopped sending petroleum products to our urban centers through the pipelines because of rampant vandalism. So we have to rely on the trucks to move petroleum products from Lagos to all parts of our country. And given the state of our roads, you and I know that these trucks take their time.
That's it.
Yes. So this week, we may not see an end to this problem, despite the fact that NNPC officials have assured us that, look, by this week, this whole thing will end. I do not envisage that that will happen this week. For a lot of our people based outside Lagos, is a lot worse. In Abuja, we read that some people were buying petrol for as high as 450 naira a liter. And people are sleeping in filling stations. People are sleeping
even in parts of Lagos to as high as 200, 250.
Yes, and this is actually the center of gravity of petroleum product distribution. So if it's this bad in Lagos, the extent of the suffering can only be imagined, across our country. We've had this problem. I just hope that this sort of thing won't happen again. And one way to ensure that it doesn't happen again is for us to ensure that those who visited this pain on our people are punished, and punished severely.
Jide, I'm wondering how happy Adekunle Yusuf would still be after this issue on ground.
When it comes to fuel scarcity, that's not why I'm happy, because it's a crisis that's still affecting everybody. I drove around the metropolis, and today is actually, I always see today as the best day to move around in Lagos, because you have less of traffic chaos and all that. But in spite of that, virtually, many of the petrol filling stations are not attending to people because they didn't have, fuel supply. And the few ones that are attending to people, you can see the queues spiraling all over the roads, everywhere. And you see, it has brought about, the hoodlums we thought we are taking care of. You see them carrying jerry cans, selling, and all. So many of them now know how to penetrate, the petrol attendants. They buy
and they get fuel.
Yes,
but you cannot.
Yeah, in fact, there's one thing that I noticed. You just realize that petrol attendants that used to be cautious and respectful, they've now become like area boys again, because everybody is
extra naira don't enter them.
Because they actually don't want you to buy if you have a car. They want the jerry can person to come in, because first of all you pay for that. You get my point? So because of this, this hardship has been so severe in the sense that, do you know that prices of food items have skyrocketed? transportation, fares, especially in a place like Lagos. And you cannot blame the Okada rider, the Danfo driver, the whatever, because many of them cannot even move out their vehicles because they don't have fuel. So the few ones who have, they have to recoup their investment, because when they buy fuel at exorbitant prices, either through these hoodlums I was talking about, or through the normal channel, whatever, they are buying at higher prices.
Kunle, JD is talking about punishing offenders and really saying that they are punished.
Believe me, today, up to now, I'm still surprised that what has happened to governance in Nigeria. Have we devalued it to the extent that there is no even punishment for infractions, for dereliction of duty, for failure? Because this is one thing that should have been avoided. I was with the group of public analysts of Nigeria, those who are laboratory experts. They are virtually in every sector, and their president, a professor, said Nigeria will continue to have this kind of crisis because we don't patronize the local professionals. That, do you know how Nigeria discovered that the fuel contained the
methanol?
That they look at the color, and it was already something that was not supposed to have entered into our system at all. If we are doing the right thing. Now, for not doing the right thing, those who are enjoying their offices, many of them should have been facing suspension or answering charges. But you see now, those who should be answering charges,
is it because they are untouchables or
no, it's just because of, you see, some people try to look at the nature of whoever is in charge. So when they realize that maybe somebody who is, you know that some presidents will not even tolerate this, the heads will have rolled. You get my point?
Regardless.
Whatever that you will pay for it, whether you overdid it or whatever, it wouldn't matter. It won't matter. But I'm not happy that till now you see NNPC, you see all of them, the way they are talking, I feel that.
And just the other day we talked about Mr. President ordering the NNPC to go after whoever the offender is and punishing the offender. And of course, we wondered if Mr. President's threat would be.
I don't. The people. The people we should punish are in the NNPC. The people we should punish are in SON, Standard Organization of Nigeria. The people we should punish are in DPR. DPR, at least, is part of the NNPC. That is, if we put the Petroleum Industry Act aside, that's always been part of that unit known as the NNPC. So, whom are you punishing? All of these three agencies that I spoke about have their testing parameters. They have their quality control structures in place. And this petrol that they brought into our country failed across all parameters of testing. Whether it is oxidation level that you are looking at, whether it is the methanol level that you are looking at, it's not a crime for methanol to be in petrol. It is the level of it. This one was said to contain 20%, whereas the acceptable level is 2.3%.
That's what
no, for Nigeria, it's even zero. When they brought this thing from NSO, I mean, Nigerian Standard Organization, for Nigeria, it is zero.
Methanol.
Yes. And do you know, this thing happened during Abacha. This is not the first time. And when it happened, you see, when you have
Abacha's petrol was not this color.
It
was smelling.
It was smelling.
It was smelling, but it wasn't this brown.
It happened at that time, and that time when Obasanjo, became president, he actually wanted this thing that they said if our petrol has methanol, the prices will come down and all that. There were meetings because we actually wanted to do it. Why? They realized that many of the things we can source locally. At the end of the day, experts said, okay, it's a good thing, but we didn't have the transport infrastructure. I mean, the piping, the whatever, that what we have cannot do it, then storage facilities we don't have.
Yeah.
So because of that, that thing was, that thing didn't see the light of the day. But this one certainly is not meant for our country. In some countries, because there are specifications from country to country.
You think this was going?
No, this one wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it's bad for us. What you eat may not be what I eat.
That's it.
Every country
is already damaging people's cars.
Because that's not our own. That's not what our system is designed for. In some countries, they have ethanol. They have this as high as 60%.
It is the acceptable level is what we are talking about.
In our case, it shouldn't contain it at all.
If it contains it and it does not exceed the tolerable level, there won't be problem.
Maybe.
Yes,
because what we are seeing,
I spoke with someone in DPR. This is what he told me.
What we are seeing in the footage.
This one you saw was from a depot. This particular one. So there's no reason for petrol to be this brown. You can see some. It look like even the earth. Look like the color of sand.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Yes. Yeah.
See, when you look, how can petrol be this?
Look
one of the criteria put in place by DPR is that it has to be bright. It has to be clean and bright. In that case, this one did not meet
at all.
What strikes me is
why do you have structures in place for quality control if it can easily be bypassed? Now you are saying, okay, the other vessels coming from the same supplier, you have rejected them.
That's it.
What of the one that are already in?
You have rejected until because these ones now have this particular petrol has created a supply gap that we must meet. Some of the marketers have yet to be restocked after they quarantined this one. They still have it in their premises. They are saying don't use, but you are yet to restock them.
Who pays for all that?
They are yet to tell us. But you know that I do not even imagine that the marketer, because they are talking about 300 million liters.
Yeah.
I don't think that a marketer, if we were to say, okay, we find you, you are going to pay for that. I don't think a marketer can survive paying for all of this.
According to product analysts, they said this, when it happens anywhere, the international best practice is that the supplier will withdraw this and replace at our own cost.
Yeah. But they have already distributed it around the country.
That's usually the punishment, because our specification. But Nigeria is the one that is embarrassing itself. They say they are foiling it, they are refining it.
Let the debate continue, but we sure know there should be no other time. We can't afford it, because we can't.